In this video, we're going to talk about control flow. Firstly, about the conditional statements that we have. Example, let's take some number that's negative. And we check first if you can write the condition into brackets, but you can also write it down after the if, so equals 0 with 2 points. You're telling that here starts the body of the if statement. With one tab here, you're saying that you're in the body of if function, like you're making this is the type you're making in Java, but here it's just a tab delimiter. So we are printing here 0, else we are printing number. Let's take a look. It's a number, but if we want to say else if, it's shortly written L if in Python. If the number is bigger than 0, then print positive number. Else print negative number. Okay. And if we want to say else if x is smaller than 0, then print the negative sentence, negative number, and else print not a number. Now we're having so if statement, if it's true, then it goes to the printing of 0. Else if all the others at the end, if everything else is false, then else statement is written by. Now let's take a look for loops. For and while loops are making same functionality but different syntax. In Python, you can make for in. This is same like you in Java write for each in some instance. So we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, and printing e. If I print in this way, it will print each of the integer elements in new lines. If we add here and to be empty space, then it's written in one line, the delimiter is empty space. If we write this into a while loop, the same one, we are saying is starting from 0 while e is smaller or equal than 5. In while we don't have in Python we don't have increment, we have only e plus equals 1. And here again printing e with and empty space. Here is the same code, the same output, but the code is a little bit different. Let's apply break and continue to a while loop. So we're having example, let's make a Fibonacci. I'm gonna take this into the Fibonacci part. For values of starting e and j, 0 and 1, how it goes, the Fibonacci 0, 1, 0 plus 1 equals 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 plus 2 equals 5, etc., etc. It's a sum of the previous two values of the list. So let's make for a value of 100, let's make Fibonacci in a given list variable, list var, in one while cycle, while true, let's make it an infinite loop. We're gonna make EJ to change into J and E plus J. This is the Fibonacci rule. And then take a look, is E equal to or bigger than the sum? So if it's it, we're making a break. Here a list that we have, a list variable, append the E value. So after E gets the yacht value, that's the sum of the previous two values, then if this is bigger than the sum, it will break this while cycle and it will not be appended to the list var. If we take the list var, let's take a look. It's 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 13, 34, etc., etc. This is the Fibonacci with while cycle. Now, let's make the same for 4, but with some if break that, let's say. We are having the list var again, and the sum is 100. For E, in a range, the range is giving the number starting from 2 to the sum. For yacht, in the list var, now we're gonna take all let's say, odd numbers till 100. It's not like all. It's let's take a look. It's all the values that with model of a yacht are equal to 0. What this means, that we are taking all E values that are divided with yacht. If they are divided, we don't take it. So in the else statement, we are taking them into the list var, append the E value if it's module of yacht. If it's this is making it's just the model is the value divided with yacht. So we are printing the list var. It's an empty list, but if we make here equal, let's take a look. We're having break. Starting from 2. This, let's take a look till in a range of sum. For yacht in a list var, we're having it's an empty list at the beginning. Just let me else list append var. This else will be after it's not in the for cycle. I'm gonna just add it here. It's immediately breaking. I'm gonna add here 2. Let's take a look. For some yacht, this should probably work. Let's say in a range of 2 till sum. Let's make it like this. So here are the numbers. They are showing together. Let's take from E plus 1 till sum. Here are the values now. They are all the same, as you can see. But now let's make for in range to sum for yacht in the list that we have. And let's make this if this is true, then make a break. Else, if we're having here some else statement, then apply the number. Here there are. So what was the error? Here some of the tabs weren't good. Here you can see the values that are listed after before the break appears. Okay. Now let's take a look of the custom functions. The custom functions are, for example, Fibonacci of n. I'm gonna just grab the code that we already implemented here, and let's make just this one tab. I'm gonna make this while n. At the end, you are returning, or let's return the value of list bar. Now, when you call a Fibonacci of some number 100, it will give the value. It can go to a given variable. And if we print A, then we're having the list of Fibonacci. It's returned a list value. You can either print the value. Now here, if you check the type of A, it's a list. But now if we just a second, like this. Yeah, now if we see the Fibonacci function just prints the values, and A, it's not initialized by any value, it just returns non-type, because here it's not saying return. If it says return, then it will return the Fibonacci list here defined. The next one, how you can define a function, is using the lambda. For example, for a product lambda of x and y as input arguments, we are making x multiplied by y. Calling the product, it's with just product name of the variable, and then adding, for example, 2 and 1 as argument. The second is if we call def as keyword of definition of function, for example, product, as we made. Here we are adding the arguments. Definition starts the body of the function with 2 dots, and here in the tab we are writing return of x multiplied by y. Calling the product one more time, now it will return 2 and 1. Today we learned about the control flow, how it works, break and continue, how are the loops generated, how you can make a for or while loop, and also how you can implement the code into a given definition function or either lambda function.